Well, give us a sense of where the injury is at, what the last month has been like, and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, it's coming along well now. Obviously, at the start of an injury, it's kind of boring. You go through the simple steps first, but now obviously morning skate, so getting back into it a little more and kind of week by week right now, and but the progress is definitely going well.
Can you just take us through exactly what happened, where you got hit, what it looked like? Looks like it's pretty beat up.
Yeah, it was the knuckle kind of got knocked off a bit, and they just had to go in and put it back in place, put a couple screws in, and so I think with screws it stays pretty steady right from the get-go. So that was good. So it was surgery a few days after it happened, and then since then it's just kind of been recovery. A little, not you can't do too much for it, but there are some things that for sure.
Todd talked about guys maybe adjusting the way they block shots sometimes. Is that something you've had some time to think about?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I kind of went out there, and a lot of the times I'll go out with open palms, and they say that's kind of how you got to get hurt. So I thought about that, closed my palm, and of course it happens like that. So I think it just kind of hit me in the perfect spot. Not so perfect, but in the right spot to break it.
So do you have a target return date?
There's no specific date. Like I said, it's kind of week by week right now. We're on the same timeline, obviously, as when it started, but it's feeling better. The progress is steady, so I'm definitely optimistic that it'll hopefully come along quicker.
Peter Chiarelli said he'd like to see this lineup with you, McDavid, and Draisaitl all healthy and all playing at the same time. Has that crossed your mind as well?
Definitely. It's hasn't happened all year somehow, so it'll be nice to get back out there and have a full healthy lineup for once.
Was it
maybe not quite full healthy, but almost there.
Sorry, Ryan. Was it for the most part, like when I say useless, you couldn't do anything with it? It was just kind of locked down and you couldn't use it for a number of weeks or days? Yeah,
for the first couple of weeks, it was pretty useless. I had a big kind of wrapping plaster cast on at first, and then I got into a splint, which was a little bit better. I could kind of move my fingers a little bit more, but for the first little while, it was kind of useless. I had to get used to being a lefty for a while.
I know you and Justin were fairly close. Just your thoughts on him moving on?
Yeah, it's obviously tough to see him go. Tough to see any teammate go, and me and Justin lived together for a few years, so got to be pretty good friends with him. So obviously tough. I'm sure it's the same with every guy in here, but obviously we're wishing him the best and hope that he thrives in Pittsburgh.